Oh, nandyan pala kayo. How are you doing? Tama-tama. Magkwentuhan muna tayo. Haha! There you have it. I wanted to talk a little bit about the corona situation. Alam nyo, grabe talaga yung situation na yan dahil marami nagpapanik, no? Marami nagkakagulo and there's so much uncertainty and people are wondering what's next, what's going to happen. The market is down. So many things are closing, yung mga tindahan, borders. I mean, it's just crazy. We're living in some extraordinary situation na talagang many of us have never experienced it in our lifetime. But ito ang gusto kong sabihin sa inyo, do not panic. If you look at history, if you look at what's happening and what happened before, there were so many things na nangyari na noon, you know. It seems like every year there is something. There is some crazy virus, there's some war here and there, may crisis dito. You know what? After we find a solution about this coronavirus, you'll see another one, another issue, another problem will come. So it's really part of our life now, and you know, we just cannot live in panic. It's not the way we should go, because when we panic, we malfunction. You know, as human beings, we are dysfunctional when we panic. And you see it everywhere. You see when people are nag-aagawan ng mga toilet paper, nag-aagawan ng pagkain sa tindahan. I mean, it's just crazy. So, do not panic. You know what? I don't know what kind of faith expression ang ginagamit mo, but I happen to be a Jesus follower. And, you know, there was a story about this Jesus in the Gospels, and natutulog siya sa isang bangka, and he was with his disciples, and at one particular point nagkaroon ng storm and waves were going crazy. I mean, the disciples were panicking, and in one translation it even says that one of the disciples tried to wake up Jesus and said, "Master, don't you even care? Wala ka bang pakialam that we are about to drown, that there's storm all over the place? Don't you care?" Sometimes that's how we feel, that, you know, what is happening? But the crazy thing is, when Jesus woke up, he stopped the waves, he stopped the storm, he calmed the sea. But you know kung ano ang big point nung storya na to? It's not that Jesus was able to stop and calm the storm. It wasn't that. It was Jesus being asleep in the midst of the storm. That is the biggest message, because kapag tayo ay mayroong crazy situation, we lose sleep and we panic. But this Jesus was sleeping. He was sleeping. And that was just unthinkable. When we are in the midst of the storm, we lose sleep. We lose, you know, our health. We panic. We don't know what to do. And we are just, you know, crying and shouting. And we even dare to say, "Lord, don't you care?" Are you able to sleep in the midst of the storm? Are you able to sleep, to rest? Because it represents your inner peace. It represents your inner self. What is happening inside of you when there is trouble? Alright, so nandito na tayo ngayon. Let me just park, because I'm not the only person who will give you some inspiration today. Alright, so this is Zoe. This is my very intelligent daughter, and we're going to ask, so why do you think Jesus was able to sleep in the midst of the storm?
Because he trusted God in moments that are hard, and he knows that God is protecting him.
Wow. So you think that Jesus actually knew that God was in control? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Wow. So what would you say now to people who are panicking because of the corona? What would you tell them?
To trust God and to not panic.
Oh, all right.
So he's a strong.
All right, and this is Matthew. This is my eldest, and as you can see, he is extremely handsome. Just a little bit more than me, just a little bit. But he's also extremely intelligent. And I want to ask you, Matthew, how did Jesus? I mean, how was he able to sleep in the midst of the storm?
Because he did not worry and he knew God was by his side.
Okay. So, do you think that worrying is a good thing, and will it actually solve the problem?
No, worrying and panicking will never solve the problem.
Why? How come? Why do you think panicking and worrying doesn't solve anything?
Because it gives you too much stress.
Very, very, very important. Stress, my dear friends. Nako, number one yan na killer, more than the virus. And now, what would you say to people who are actually worrying and who are thinking that there is no cure? What would you tell them?
God is finding a cure, and he's also leading the scientists and doctors to find it.
Wow. So you think God is actually using science and all of that to find a solution?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, lastly, what would you say to people who are panicking right now because of the virus and all the panic news?
Don't worry, because God is by your side and he will protect you.
All right, that's an incredible insight. But we are not saying that we shouldn't be prepared and not take this seriously. We have to take it seriously and we need to prepare. But what we're saying is don't panic. Don't panic, because panic will make you malfunction. That is the big message today. And we're just trying to spread some good common sense and a little bit of positivity. Positivity.
Positivity.
Exactly. We want to be positive, because in times like these, we have to spread some good news and not just panic. And can you just stop posting panic messages and doom and gloom post in your Facebook account? Try to bring people into the courage zone and encourage people. Goodness gracious, don't just spread around how many victims are there. Try to maybe spread kung ilan na ang mga gumaling, those who have been cured, and try to spread positive messages. Stop being so dark in your Facebook account and your post. Try to be positive. So anyway, there you have it. This is Zoe and this is Matthew, and I am John, and we are here trying to just encourage you and telling you that even if you don't believe in God, stop panicking. Even if you don't believe in God and you don't have any religion, this is just a practical message. Panicking will not help you. And let's just be good to one another and help people, especially the elderly. Sila ang number one affected. So let's cooperate and do whatever we can to not spread this crazy virus and be be responsible. So again, this is John Idago, this is Zoe, and this is Matthew telling you,
Wait a minute!
before you leave this video,
Subscribe, comment down below, like, and smash the bell button.